my name is Wendy Miranda, and it's been a long time since we taped a Cat Chat show. So welcome back. This COVID thing has really gotten a lot of people stuck in the house and ready for kitties. So we had a banner year so far, actually, but our July adoptions were insane. And it kept us super, super busy. And we adopted out 98 cats and kittens. And I just want to say a huge, amazing thank you to the volunteers who come in. And we were limited on our volunteers because of COVID, but those that came in worked tirelessly. And they know who they are. If I start naming names, I'll forget somebody, and that will make my heart hurt. But they know who they are. And what happens here is an incredible experience. So if you ever want to volunteer somewhere, please stop by. We can always use help, even if it's just an hour a week, because these guys are really worth it. And the reward is exceptional, especially when they go home. I'm holding these yellow roses for a reason. Unfortunately, a very good person in town, Carol Zimmer, had started Forgotten Animal Shelter quite a few years ago, before I opened Kitten Crazy, and she passed away on Monday. It was rather sudden, and her very favorite flower was a yellow rose. And so today I'm just going to set these yellow roses here for just a memorial to my very dear friend Carol and her family. And her very dear friend Diane and her husband John, Carol's husband John, who worked tirelessly at Forgotten Animal Shelter, and they closed it a few years back and was very supportive, have been very supportive of Kitten Crazy since. So Carol, gonna miss you very much, and heaven is a more beautiful place because of your heart. So with that, let's get on with our kitties. This is Iced Tea. I think I named them Iced Tea and Lemonade because I was thirsty at the time when they came in. But this is little Iced Tea. She just got spayed yesterday. And there's her little spay scar. It's already healing. These guys come back from spay neuter just running and playing and having a ball. They hardly even miss a blip. So they're ready to go home. Her sister, Lemonade, happened to be much bigger than her. She also got spayed yesterday and is ready to go home with her already adopted family. So Lemonade's going to go home on Saturday, but Iced Tea is available. By the time you see this show, though, it's most likely that she won't be here. So, but the story with Lemonade and Iced Tea is kind of a common one. Unfortunately, it can be very common for us to hear a story like this. So the story goes, I've got a call from a rescue friend of mine, Lisa, and Lisa had asked me for a favor. Happens all the time. We help each other out. A lot of rescue people help each other out. And she said that a friend of hers in Parma was doing raccoon rescue, but he had all of these cats in one cage, 11 cats in one cage, and that's all they knew their whole life. And we had to help. It was just a situation where we had to help. So we had them bring the two the first day because they were so tiny they needed supplemental help. So we brought them in, and that was Lemonade and Iced Tea, right? Oh, she's so cute. And it was a struggle. These guys were sick. You can't put a lot of cats in an area without them being able to have a lot of space to themselves. If you start to put one too many cats in a room, we know what that tipping point is. You put that one extra cat in a room and they get sick. It's just a stressor. And that stressor causes their immunity to drop and they get sick. So you put 11 cats in a small cage. God bless the guy for wanting to try to help the cats, I guess, but it was disastrous. The following week, we took in the rest of the 9. And you're going to meet a a housemate. I don't believe she was a sister, but a housemate, one of the kittens from numerous mothers apparently. Most of the cats had eye issues. We thought we were going to lose some of their eyes. They have broken ears, broken tails, upper respiratory, fleas, you name it. They were a disaster. And obviously, through the care of the team here, they're doing fantastic and are ready to go. We had a couple of eyes really, really bad, but we're in great shape. Now, Iced Tea, because she was so tiny, she kind of escaped that, but we always have this diarrhea issue with when you put a lot of cats together too. So we put in a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of love, and here's a little Iced Tea. So this is Lottie. This is one of the 11 kitties. You can see how much bigger she is than Iced Tea. You can see that she has a deformed or broken ear. This is actually caused by a hematoma. And in their case, when they get sick, a lot of times there is an infection in the body and it doesn't know where to go. It'll settle in the inner skin of the ear, which is very paper thin like, and that infection will bubble up. And that bubble will cause the ear, once that bubble is gone, that ear will deform. So she is going to have this really cute little ear like that forever. Right? I know. And she's a dolly. And she is the one of them with the worst eye. We did not think that we were going to save her eye. We put medications in. We treated it to the best of our ability. And then we took her to an amazing doctor in Copley Fairlawn. He's at Copley Fairlawn Vet Clinic. His name is Dr. Kurt Yant, Y-A-N-T. And he is our private vet at this point. We take all of our cats there. Most of our cats are spayed and neutered there. And he said, let me try to save this eye for her. And what a miraculous thing. I've got friends behind the camera here, and what a miraculous thing he did. Right, guys? They're all shaking their head. It's crazy that this cat actually, you can see her eye. We thought it was gone. So again, a lot of time, love, effort, patience, money, and of course, an amazing vet that said, I think we can save that eye. And hi, sweetsies. She still holds it a little funny, but she is well on her way to being the perfect little kitty. She is a domestic medium hair, brown tabby. And we know that because if you've watched in the past, you know that anybody with a little brown nose is considered a brown tabby, especially when they have to have the M on the forehead. Can you get that, guys? We have Mike and we have Jarrett behind 2 cameras today, 2. We usually only have 1. But hey, guys, thank you for coming from Armstrong. So we have to have the M to be a tabby. There is 4 different patterns of a tabby, and this one is actually a ticked tabby. Probably the least seen of the tabby patterns. There's ticking in here, and what that means is when you flip up the coat, it'll be lots of different colors. Each strand of hair can have up to 20 colors in one strand of hair. So this is called ticking. You can see a little bit of striping, which would be called a mackerel tabby or a striped tabby. But like mackerel fish, they have stripes on them. She's being very patient with me handling her. But the reason she's a domestic medium hair cat and not a domestic short hair or domestic long hair cat, which we use the acronyms DSH, DMH, and DLH, domestic, short, medium, and long hair, is because this hair right here is short and she has this beautiful plume-like tail, and so these hairs are longer. So if they have both lengths of hair, that's a domestic medium-haired cat. No purebred cats have 2 different lengths of hair. Either they're long-haired, you know, like Persians and all, or just regular short hairs, you know, all is short. So beautiful little girl, we're happy to have her, and she is up for adoption, okay? And all of her other siblings too that we have left are up for adoption. They've been here since let's see, the first part of July. So they've been here for well over a month, just growing and getting healthy. Ah, baby. Yes, she's a sweetie. Mwah. Okay, this is Apricot. And Apricot, we have all of our stories written out. They moved into Barberton, and there was a neighbor, and they had too many cats, and this kitty was turned in. So we take kittens from all over the place. Apricot is adorable. She is ready to go. She is considered a bi-colored black and white because about 50-50 is supposed to be black and 50% white. She's almost a tuxedo, but she just has a little bit too much white on her for me to call her a tuxedo. So she's a bi-colored cutie patootie. Yes, she is. Got a little pink nose right there and black on the end. You got, what I think happens is in heaven, the cats are so curious, they just start dipping their paws and their noses in the paint can. And that's what causes them to have all these little spots like that. See, so you got a little curious with the black paint, didn't you? Stuck her little nose in it. And so she's a sweetheart. She is, let's see, her birth date is around mid-April. We consider her a tax baby, or an original tax baby. April 15th is approximately her age. And we have Pepper. I don't know if you can get a shot of Pepper. She said, hey, she looks like me. And so Pepper is here. That's a happy tail. So Mike is getting a shot of her tail. Anytime you see a cat's tail in a question mark position, that just means they're as happy as they can be. Anytime their tail is up like that and just flowing and just doing this little question mark, she's as comfortable as she can be. She's as happy as she can be. And she was curiously coming over. Come here, Pepper. Kitty, kitty. Come here, kitty. Sorry? Oh, I'm sorry. This is Sally. I don't know my cats. Pepper looks just like her. Sally! Sally Berry. Come here, kitty, kitty. Thank you, Win. And we don't cut that out because I'm not perfect. So Sally, and Pepper usually doesn't come out because I was a little like, wait a minute, what are you doing out? So Sally, look at her. She's a darling. So Sally, come here, Sally, kitty, kitty, kitty. Come here. Here comes that tail. Oh, and here comes Rosie. They're just going to do their own interviews. Okay, so this is Sally. She's up for adoption. She's doing the happy tail. This is an ex-mom right here. Oh, and here comes Fanny. Come here, Fanny. Kitty, kitty, kitty. If you can get Rosie, we don't even need our folks in the background to bring us cats right now. You call kitty, kitty around here and everybody thinks they're getting a treat. All right, can you get these guys? All right, so there you go. Come here, Isaac. Come here, Isaac. This is one of my favorite cats right here. She's huge, as you can see. It's not a male, that's a female. She's a large girl. I think she's Maine Coon-ish. She's a brown tabby tuxedo because she's got the shirt and the patent leather shoes. If you can see her, she's super sweet and friendly. I would not consider her domestic short, medium, or long hair. I would say that cat is predominantly a Maine Coon. She acts like a Maine Coon. They're very different acting than most cats. They're very dog-like. They follow you everywhere. They're very laid back. They actually like water. They have a little extra webbing in their toes because they are water-related cats. They like dogs. They love people. They love cats. She just got set down in the room and off she went. Come on, Sally. Come on, here she comes again. Hi, Sally Belly. This is again a bi-color, black and white. She's a sweet girl. We love Sally and Pepper, wherever she is. But look at this little kitten. This is a little lap kitten. So if you're looking for a pet right now to keep you company during your house arrest for COVID, I think that's what's happening to all the shelters is a lot of people are coming out to have some companionship, so they're coming in. We are open, our normal hours. We do require masks, and I'm not wearing one right now because it's really hard to talk behind a mask, especially on camera. So the guys let me off the hook today, which is right here. Here's my mask. And so we do require one here when you're on premises. But we have lots of cats and kittens. We have about 40 kittens that are scheduled for the upcoming weeks for spay neuter, and we'll be taking more in. Unfortunately, because we closed our spay neuter clinic a year ago, we are seeing an increase, a tremendous increase in the amount of unwanted cats and kittens. Guys, every vet does spay neuter. It just costs more. So if you have 1 cat or 2 cats, please still take them to have them spayed and neutered, because right now on our waiting list to get in, just in the last 2 weeks, we have about 300 cats that want in the door, for people that want us to take approximately 300 cats. We take whole months of intake requests and we can't even get to them because we're a limited facility. We have limited funds, we have limited volunteers, we have limited space, and it takes a long time. Like the unit of 11 that desperately needed our help, they take extra time. It just came out of the season where these cats are being born. We have to raise those cats. We have to find foster homes for 8 to 10 weeks, and it locks things up. So it doesn't always go as fast as it does in certain times of the year. So right now, we're just asking everybody, please get your cats to some spay and neuter center. There are still spay neuter clinics out there. You might just have to drive a little farther. But let's see, who else do we have? We want to showcase Isaac. I just love Isaac. So I'm going to have Lucinda. We're not going to stop taping, Lucinda. I'm just going to hand you apricot. You say tomato, I say tomato. There you go. Okay. I love this guy. You know why? You know why? Because you look like my personal Gus. Yes, he looks just like my Gus, who is a 3-legged cat, who came in when he was young like you. He's an orange tabby tuxedo, just like my Gus. He has a beautiful round face, and you can see shorter, rounder ears, shorter legs. He's a boxy kind of guy. This is what they do at the cat shows. They do this. But he's going to be shorter from here to here and here to here. And he's going to be an American short hair type breed. He's not a purebred because he didn't walk in here with a person with papers. They don't come with diaries or birth certificates. So we're just going by his build and definitely his personality. But I named Isaac after one of we all love this little guy that comes in and volunteers. His name is Isaac. Him and his mom come in on Saturdays, and I named him after Isaac because he is one of the most adorable kids in the world. And so when Isaac came in, I said, Isaac, I have a surprise for you. And he just lit up, and this is his kitty. This is his kitten crazy kitty now, huh, Isaac? But we always say we've never met an orange cat we didn't like because they're all super sweet, and Isaac doesn't let us down. And he is up for adoption. He is in our main adoption room. So come and get him. There's quite a few cats here, and we just need you to come and get them so we can take in some more of the cats that are out there that need to be rehomed. Okay, we just got told action, and this is about as much action as you're going to get out of Ricky. This is action for Ricky. We love Ricky. Ricky is one of the nicest male cats. He is stuck in what we call the living room with all kinds of girlies. Huh? Yes, you're stuck in here with all the girlies. And he doesn't even care. He's so cute. He just hangs out with the girls and Isaac. Well, Isaac's young, and sometimes young is naive. They don't, they just hanging out. But this guy, he's a little bit older, a couple years old, and he's just so laid back. He's a lap lover. He'll sit with you. We have a TV here, and with the couches in this room, there's a TV, and people can just hang out, and Ricky will just hang out with you and watch TV. So if you're someone who is looking for a companion, especially now with COVID, this guy is amazing. But sometimes the camera doesn't catch this. Can you see that? Ricky's gonna need somebody who likes to brush him because his hair is so white and it's going to be all over me. So that's got to be something that you're okay with. And we like to tell people everything up front so that there isn't this surprise or is something that you just cannot live with when you get home. You didn't consider the fact that Ricky's white and his hair is going to be everywhere. So he needs to be brushed or pet. If you pet him and you pet him daily like this, and then I usually take this and just set it aside and then throw it away when I'm done petting my cats at home, because I have like one of every color, you should be okay. But definitely getting out the appropriate brush for them. Most cats love to be brushed, especially at this time of year where they're kind of still blowing their coat from the spring. I know you went down a little bit because there's a girl sitting right there, huh? Yes, you do. Oh, he's just the most sweet boy. I just love him. You're just a good boy. But look at my pants. So this is something that comes with Ricky, but he's worth it. Let me tell you, he's worth it. Come and get him. His color. His color is gorgeous. This is what's considered a harlequin. So not only is he a nice boy, he's a classy boy too. So he is a brown tabby harlequin. And what that means is he's almost all white and he has a couple of patches of color on his body that match his head and his tail color. If it was just on his head and just on his tail, he would be considered a van. But because he has spots on his back somewhere, he's considered a harlequin. Most of these harlequins have a heart shape in multiple places. So if I can, he's getting a little antsy with me turning him and twisting him everywhere. But right here, can you see that? Is this really great little heart. And it's on virtually everyone. They're not perfect hearts, but you can see that heart here. You can see a heart right here as well. And it just is, I think, the way that the atoms split or something. Did you get your face in the paint? No, you did not. All right, well, this is our beloved Ricky, and he's ready to go home. So come and get him. All right, and this is Miranda. Miranda is a cat that has nursed multiple litters. I know, Miranda. I'm going to get you situated here. See, she's still got a lot of milk in there, although she's been spayed. She loved being a mother. And so not only did she raise her kittens, she took on some more kittens and then one more kitten, and she raised them. And then usually what'll happen after that third set is they go, I'm exhausted, I'm done, please spay me and let me go live my life and relax. And so that's what's happened. We've gotten her to the point where she's spayed. Apparently she was an outdoor cat that had a couple of fights. That's what you can see when they fight. They bite the ear and they bite down, and then that tooth rips through the ear like that. So that's just some war wounds there. But she has these really cute little lynx tufts on the ends of her ears. I don't know if Mike or Jarrett, you could see that. There's really cute little tufts of hair that are on the ends. We call those little lynx points. But she's a brown tabby tortie, so we call this cat a torby. That's her coat color is a torby, because she is a tortoiseshell with tabby pattern. So she has the M on her forehead, but she has the orange and the blacks going on here. And she's just like a sweetie pie. And she'd make a great pet. She's laid back, she doesn't fight, she's just a really good girl. And she's a big girl too. I'm not sure how much she weighs, but she is filling my lap, and she's hefty. So we had her in a foster home, and they fed her like crazy, because usually when they come back from, yeah, you can go. I'm gonna let her go, guys. Usually when they come back from being a mother, they're really hollowed out, they're thinned out, because they have poundage of kittens eating from the milk supply, and it's just taking all their resources. This cat came back super chunky, and the only way to have that happen is to be fed constantly, or this cat's eating constantly. So she's a pretty healthy girl. Do we have one more? All right, this is our last kitty of the day. Who do we have? Rosie, my Rosie. And here we go. So we have Rosie. She also was a mother, but she was a young mother. And she is a playful girl, isn't her? And she's pretty amiable. Hey, I love you, Rosie. She has beautiful green eyes, don't you? Beautiful green eyes. She pretty much will let you do whatever. She has to be around everything going on, including your computer and what you're typing and what you're doing. So she's not for someone who wants a quiet cat that's just laying around. She's pretty nosy, but she's a sweetie pie too. There's not a mean bone in her body towards people. Sometimes she can start a little tough, just because she's young, I think, and she just wants something to do. So she needs toys and she needs activity. You can tell by her build that she is quite oriental. In her pedigree there's a lot of oriental in there, because when I do this, her face would fit right in there. It's not round like Isaac's was round. Hers is very triangular. And that is a sure sign of an Oriental type bloodline, whether it be Siamese or the Oriental itself. She's got long, sleek legs, a long, sleek body, and most specifically, these really skinny, scrawny tails, which are really great for these cats because they're so athletic. They're like a perfect rudder. They're like, for speed, I would say, like a cheetah, I would say. These Oriental types are so svelte. They carry their weight underneath them, not up top, where you'll see a lot of cats fill out everywhere. They pretty much carry their weight underneath them because they stay really, you can see how thin she is down the, this is all thin. I know, Rosie. I know, she's very energetic. What, honey? She's got a beautiful rust colored nose. Go on, bye-bye. Cat's gotta play. So that's our show for today. I'm gonna go find myself a lint roller. And I thank you for watching. We're gonna try to do as many shows as we can, right guys? So that we can catch back up with all of you. Please feel free to send any questions that you have. We have a new format. I'm by myself. So send any questions that you have. I'm looking for people who might want to be on the show as special guests. Come sit here, ask me any question that you want. We'll definitely love to have you on the show. I'm going to be pulling volunteers in, and they're probably running now behind the scenes going, not me, not me. But this is about sharing information about cats and helping you know about the cats so that you can keep them for their lifetime. All right, well, have a good day and stay COVID-free and stay safe.